everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with reacting to your comments. This first one we got, it's been a while, it's been a minute for that, but basically it was a form of torture. They put a rat in a bucket and put the bucket up to someone's stomach and then heated up the bucket. I'm like, what's that really gonna do? Because I'm just looking at it like, is the rat really gonna open up your stomach? Now I just think it's more effective to either flay, or maybe y'all wasn't pulling fingernails back then or whatever, but I don't know, it just seemed counterproductive to me. Alright, next we got this when I'm talking about House of the Dragon. Cause basically when we do the time skip from 5 to 6, episode 5 to 6, the actor who plays Aemon, he's supposed to be like 16 or no. The Aemon's supposed to be like 16, but the actor, like with the hair and the eye patch and everything, the motherfucker looked 30. Shout out Bad Boys, but 13, motherfucker, you look 30. And then Aegon, I think he's supposed to be like 20, and actually looks 20. So Aegon's supposed to look older, but he looks younger than the actor. Then he looks younger than Aegon. I mean, looks younger than Aemon. I don't remember if I talked about this in the comments videos, but basically, I wasn't really that, but like a month ago when I'm recording this video, I posted on a community tab talking about when it came to the Lord of the Rings, and I did a video basically saying what happened to it. And then when it came to The Hobbit, the first film, I was like, it's alright. I liked the second one, and then I didn't really care for the third one like that. I was kind of like, I don't know about this. Then when I got to the Lord of the Rings, it's alright. But as I was recording the Lord of the Rings, I was editing the Hobbit films, and the bitches was doing those were getting 50 views type shit, and I'm like, okay, I guess no one's really trying to watch this. These are 3-hour videos. I'm not really too big on it. It's not too crazy. And I did this to try to lead up to Rings of Power. And people were talking about Rings of Power is terrible, skip out on it. And so I'm like, well, basically months prior to that, I had got 90% done with Stranger Things reaction, the Massacre of Hawkins Lab, season 4, episode 7. And if you've seen Stranger Things season 4, the last 4 episodes are long as shit. Literally the very last episode of season 4 is movie length. Today's standards, not back in the day 90-minute, no, 2 hours and 20 minutes and shit. So basically I got 90% done of the Massacre of Hawkins Lab, and I don't know if my computer crashed. All I know is when I went back to it, nothing was it was saved, but the shit disappeared, because I saved every 10 seconds, bro. When I use Final Cut for my gaming videos and shit like that, it's automatic save shit. But this one I save every time I do 1 or 2 edits, I save. But I get 90% done, the shit gone. So I'm I'll do a watch long reaction. And then I was kind of sorry guys, blah blah blah. And then people was it's okay, blah blah blah. And even still, anytime I paused the video, I didn't even do it with that one. I literally showed the first scene, and then I let that bitch ride. And then I think I had to see, that's the thing, because I sync my video up, and I had the beginning and the end edited, but the whole middle part was gone. So I think I went back to the I still had the ending part of when like they started like playing music or whatever. So I'm like, oh well, people seem to enjoy that. Plus, bigger channels that don't typically react to stuff, they'll, oh, let me check out this Star Wars or this Harry Potter thing or whatever it may be, and they'll do watch along reactions. So I'm like, oh, this could I could do this with Lord of the Rings. Now all of a sudden the Fellowship of the Ring getting views like that, and then I'm getting shitted on because I did a watch along reaction. Next we got this comment right here. How did Daenerys end up in F tier, but Tyrion gets to stay in GOAT? All right, so Tyrion was like, he was already like, if before his decline, he was already like, he was basically my favorite character. I think I put him at like, I don't know, maybe like 6 back on the GOAT tier. But when it came to Daenerys, besides, if you take out season 3, I never really cared for Daenerys. I'm like, I did a main characters tier list, and I had maybe like 10, 15 Game of Thrones characters in there, and Daenerys was in like D tier. So, and I was like from like the first 2 seasons. And so when you add season 3, that would have bring her up to like C tier. And even season 3, she was maybe like a B minus for me. She was all right. She had some good moments. I was like, yeah, let's go. All right. But after that, I'm like, can we leave her? Can we leave this slave city, bro? I don't care. I don't care anymore. Then we get to Westeros. I'm like, okay, cool. We're building our alliances. Da 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 da. And then you know what happens in the show. So that's why she ended up in F. She had the work. She was, what was it called? She's responsible for one of the worst parts of the end of the show for me. Never really cared for her in the first place, and the only reason like she went up a little bit was she had a somewhat okay season. I got you think this is a game? I got multiple scores like in my phone, dude. You see some Witcher right there, and then you just got a whole bunch, like you got some Star Wars, Last of Us. But yeah, I like music when I make music channel description down below. So when you got some quality composers, I gotta appreciate them. When it comes to the scores for Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Last of Us, Westworld, and then you got your GOATs, not pertaining to anything I reacted to on the show, but you got your GOATs like Hans Zimmer, John Williams. Like, no, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit longer. I'm gonna let you get some more House of the Dragon, and I'm gonna let Gustavo get a little bit more. I'm gonna let him get whenever we get a part 3 Last of Us, and whenever we get more seasons and episodes of The Last of Us on HBO, reactions on the channel, and also gaming channel description down below. The Last of Us part 1 and part 2. Part 2 I had actually played twice, and the second time I got a secret ending that a lot of people don't know about. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all get a little more medals under your, I don't even know the terminology, something under your belt, and then we can solidify y'all in the tier with the GOATs. It's crazy how we just was talking about tiers and GOAT tiers. That's tough, my guy. That is tough. I had to stop the reactions. I really like this. I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 episodes I'm like, oh, this fire, and it kind of was dragging a little bit in the middle, and then when it got to like episode 6 and 7, I'm like, oh yeah, this shit is crazy. And then you go back and you look at some other stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, this shit crazy. But like, besides, all right, so if we let's say 20 to 30%, maybe 40% got any like decent type of views. And those are like big revelation episodes and like premiere and finale type shit. And then one of them I like kind of not really clickbaited, but like, you know what I'm saying, when you got Tessa Thompson looking good on the cover, it's going crazy. So then next thing you know, I hear people basically alluding to the seasons later on not be up to the same standard. Then it gets canceled, and I'm like, all right, if you've seen the show, like, I hate going into something and enjoying it and then it just ends abruptly, and I'm like, bruh. And I thought it was bad when it came to the 4400, bruh. But like that was, you know, actually somewhat wrapped up. We could have had one more season, and it would have been a nice clean cut. But we go to something like Altered Carbon. That's like my favorite Netflix original, bruh. Show wise. We got one or two seasons. We got 2 seasons and an anime movie. I don't remember if it was a series or a movie. It was anime. And if you didn't want to continue, you could have just did it the anime format. Granted, I like live action more than anime. You know, if we're talking about highest qualities of each, I like the live action. But if you couldn't do the live action because of it costs more than it costs more to make than you're making, make this shit the anime. You already did that movie. All right, we're gonna end it on this one. Since we're just talking about Game of Thrones, description down below. This 3 months ago or 2 months ago, I don't know if this my comment is gonna soon say 3 months or not, but basically I was asking about The Witcher, and I knew that there were games, but I didn't know there were books. So this year's old or this month's old when I realized that I don't even know why that phrase is even a thing. I was today years old. You would just say your age. Anyways, I was 25 years old when I realized 25. Probably 25. When I realized that they were books. I never even heard that they were books until I made that post. Like, I played like a demo for The Witcher. And yeah, I only played like 30 minutes of it or an hour of it. But I think when this video dropped, we got at least one Witcher reaction. Make sure I go check it out, man. And also, so Witcher, The Last Kingdom, and Vikings. Let's say if you like one of them, make sure you go show love to that one. Cause unless I completely don't like that series, I'm a upload the first seasons, and whichever one is the most well received, as well as me actually liking it, that's what we're gonna put in the forefront. So let's say I like The Last Kingdom the most, and y'all show love to The Last Kingdom. That's what I'm gonna be, you know, uploading primarily. And then maybe I like Vikings and The Witcher evenly. But y'all like The Witcher more or whatever. Then that's what I'll go with. I'll be secondary after The Last Kingdom. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If you liked the video, make sure you drop like, subscribe, share with your friends. Stay tuned for the next one. It's been a reaction by the world's coolest nerd, and I'm out. Peace.